The Reverend Dr. H. Paul Santmire has explored ecological and justice issues and the meanings of Christian worship and spirituality since before the first Earth Day. Shaped by Lutheran theology, he integrates scholarship and lived faith. For the last 60 years, his writing is centered on ecological theology, asking how Christian faith can embrace the whole of creation.
Early childhood experiences, working in the garden, wandering through the woods, watching red-winged blackbirds, and helping his father plant trees, instilled in him a deep sense that creation itself was sacred. His family life was rooted in what he called a sacramental Lutheranism, one that joined a profound reverence for the Eucharist with a lighthearted delight in life's ordinary joys and a matter-of-fact reverence for the earth.
During his years at Harvard and seminary, Santmire encountered a dominant theology that neglected nature, what he later described as a heady and self-conscious anthropocentrism. Under the influence of mentors such as Paul Tillich and Christopher Stendhal, he began to see a way beyond that narrowness. Their teachings helped him discern a theology in which God's presence saturates all creation. This set him on a lifelong quest to reconcile faith with the natural world and inspire his first major breakthrough, Brother Earth. After his years as chaplain at Wellesley College, he returned to these questions in The Travail of Nature, where he traced two currents in Christian thought, one elevating humanity over nature, the other seeing all creation within God's redeeming purpose. He urged theologians to follow this ecological stream and to act publicly for the earth.
During both his academic formation and his pastoral work, Santmire's theology took public form through activism. He engaged in civil rights struggles, opposed apartheid, and tied ecological concern to social justice, what was later called eco-justice. His advocacy demonstrated that theology is not only thought but lived practice, integrating care for the earth with justice for people. This integration of ecology and justice would go on to shape his later ministry and public theology, revealing how deeply his academic insights were grounded in lived, incarnational practice.
He emphasized that worship and community life are where theology takes a visible form, where faith, justice, and care for the earth meet the Eucharistic table and flow into daily service. For him, liturgy and the ritual were not separate from life, but the heartbeat of Christian vocation, shaping the church's identity as a people called to serve creation.
Following The Travail of Nature, Santmire's thought shifted from critique to construction. He moved from tracing the church's ecological shortcomings to envisioning new forms of worship and spirituality that could reshape Christian identity in harmony with creation. This turn culminated in Ritualizing Nature, where he explored how liturgy itself could form an ecological consciousness, and later in Before Nature, which deepened that vision into a personal and cosmic spirituality. His later works, Before Nature, Celebrating Nature by Faith, and his reflections in Ritualizing Nature, call for awe, service, and partnership with all creation.
Paul Santmire's legacy endures as that of an advocate for eco-justice, a theological witness to the Creator's living presence in, with, and under all creation. His life's work, like a baptismal mysticism rooted in the soil of daily life or in the down-home spirituality of rural Maine, invites the church to find God at the ground level of existence and to walk humbly with the earth as a partner in God's redeeming purposes. His final works, Behold the Lilies and the Earth and the Fullness Thereof, gather this vision into a personal, down-to-earth spirituality shaped by rural Maine and grounded in baptismal mysticism.